in the world, and welcome to this channel, Freya's Crone. My name is Melody. For those who are new to this channel, welcome, and welcome back to my returning subscribers from my other channel. I'm grateful for each and every one of you guys and all the love and support that you give me on this YouTube journey. So when you come into this live stream, or if you're watching it after it's already done, please give me a Fonzie. It would be greatly, greatly appreciated. Leave me a comment in the comment section below. Let me know how this general reading resonates with you. If you are not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button and the little notification bell so that you know when I post videos and when I go live. And after the video is done uploading and processing, you are more than welcome to share it with somebody who you think will resonate with these messages. Today is Wednesday. Happy Hump Day, everybody. May 6th. So today, Pluto goes retrograde in Aquarius. Now, we picked up on this energy yesterday that they're to pay attention because somebody's going to catch your attention. All right. The ancestors done stepped in and said, hey, we're protecting you. You have a guardian angel around you who is protecting you. Be easy on yourself. Make sure that you protect your aura. Make sure that you protect your sacred space. All right. So that's just a little bit of an overlay of what happened yesterday. So today we're going to use your chakras. We're going to tap into the chakras and see collective, what chakra wants to come forward, and spirit, what chakra spirit wants you to pay attention to today. All right, and we're going to get a little message from them. All right, so I also want to give a shout out to my big hater fan, my hater gang stalker collective, because without you guys, my channel wouldn't have grown. Without you guys, I wouldn't have been able to get as many views as I get. All right, so thank you, haters. I just seen 222. All righty, so what chakra wants to come forward for today, May 6th? Number 48, a burst of magic. So let's take a good look at this card. First of all, Pluto is retrograde in 5 degrees of Aquarius. Look at all the stars on this card. Okay. So I could be talking to my Starseed collective, who yesterday's message was also about the Starseeds having a high calling, a high divine authority. Okay. So I could be talking to you guys, and you could be recognizing that there is, you are opening up, you are transforming, you're coming up out of, because flowers grow out of the mud. Okay. They grow out of the mud. Mud represents our trauma, our pain, our suffering, the muddy emotions that we carry within us. Now you can see the lotus flower is pink, which represents love, compassion, caring for one another. You can see the tips of it are literally illuminated. So for some of you, high vibrational collectives, your love light is turned on. I see this, to me, looks like the divine feminine. So your feminine side collective is activated. Your crown chakra is activated today. Take a good look at that card. Does that not look like the shadow side of the divine feminine? So we are addressing the shadow side of the divine feminine, which is helping us to understand why we've been through the things that we've been through, why we've been through all the trauma, all the pain, all the suffering, right? And addressing it is saying, okay, I understand why I had to go through this. I had to learn self-love. I had to learn self-respect. I had to learn to be more compassionate with myself, because as within, so without. You can see that, again, look at that puff of stars above her crown chakra. I don't know if you guys are seeing that, but to me, it looks like the shadow side of the divine feminine. Okay. So it's number 48, which adds up to a 12. Force, to me, talk about Stability talks about the four corners of what we're building, right? It's talk about manifesting things. You put the 4 and the 8 together, you got a 12, which reduces down to a 3, which talks about we are in the zone, right? We're in the zone where we are finding balance between our darkness and our light. We're in the zone where we are authentically becoming our true selves as divine, like addressing our divine feminine side is awakening. And, we are able to turn that pain into power, right? To help other people grow, to help other people find their way. To me, there is a mirroring energy down here in the bottom of this card, right? So that is so beautiful. Eights to me also talk about infinity. It also talks about being connected to spirit. So that's what I see intuitively on that card. Let's take a look at the bottom of the deck. I did put it upside down. Yeah, deep breath. So a number 7, which talks about everything. Sevens are about everything that we have been through, all the growing pains that our soul has endured that helped us take our next step, that helped us to grow, helped us to come into that consciousness, which is the crown chakra, the Christ consciousness, the 7th chakra. So this would be taking that deep breath in, grounding yourself, right? Grounding yourself, trusting your intuition. See how that beautiful soul on this card got her eyes closed? It's like trusting the process. To do what? To see beyond a situation, to see beyond the exterior. Look how she's got that star in her eye. So we are seeds, and we are about to step into our purpose, what we are here for. All right. That's what I see intuitively. So let's go ahead and read the Burst of Magic card. I see I have some viewers. Give me a Fonzie. If you're still here, you're watching, that means that you are resonating with this message. All right, so this is, I believe, a crown chakra card. Yes, a crown chakra card. Thought, spirituality, ego transcendence, liberation, God consciousness, understanding, and wisdom. So the divine feminines has faced the shadow side and has been through the ego death, which is helping them to become more authentic, to help them to listen to their intuition, to help them rise into the Christ consciousness. All right, so an epiphany, a sudden higher knowing, a sense that everything has a purpose. Your purpose as a gift bestowed upon you. Cultivating conscious contact with the higher power, coming to know what calls to you and lights you up. Sometimes you may find that something you've been pondering or a dilemma you'd let go of revisit you without warning. It may hit you while you're thinking about nothing, or the trigger may be just the right words arising in a conversation, a book, or a blog. An epiphany strikes like a lightning bolt, waking you up to a truth that has previously eluded you. It's as if the whole world stops in that moment as you integrate the missing pieces of the puzzles you were meant to solve alone. This is such a time for you now, collective. Answers are coming directly from source and being downloaded into you with such force of conviction that you cannot be the same again. Be grateful for this beautiful burst of magic. It is not an everyday gift. Inherent in this is the knowledge that Spirit is always listening to you. Spirit is your loving partner, reminding you that you are not alone. Even when it appears that you are trapped, you always have a key to unlock the solution if you cultivate the willingness to be to and in tune with source. The answers you seek come when you stop looking for them. Be mindful today when information pops up out of the blue. Pay attention. The action you need to take will become obvious. Integrate the magical wisdom. Regardless of the subject of your inquiry, you will be transformed. Only good will come of this. Okay. So, yeah, I feel like somebody is having a crown chakra activation that is bringing in a sudden epiphany, a sudden download. Again, see the facing that fear, letting go of the ego, right? And integrating that shadow into the light, right? See the shadow and the light coming into union within yourself, being balanced, right? Trust in the magic of the universe. Now, for some of you, you could literally have somebody who is sending magic your way as well. But for most of you, from a high vibrational collective there, I feel like you were opening yourself up like this beautiful lotus flower. And you're going through this transformation, this ascension process where you are realizing that you've had everything that you've already needed within you. Now you're a new tool, maybe something that you could not see before. You are now seeing as a new tool, and that could be the information that is coming to you. A new tool could be activating 1122 222. 1010, 1110, those could all be signs and synchronicities, okay? So you're being asked to breathe in this download. Breathe it in, ground yourself, because this would be the root chakra energy. All right. Ground itself, because you are very psychic. You are very intuitive. It's like you have, see the triangle, a star above her head. You are having an activation where gifts could be heightened. You could be contacting your soul family, your star soul family, such as your star guides. Because if you are a star seed, that means that you are not just human, you are otherworldly as well. So you could be getting a download from your particular star system. You need to ground into Mother Earth. And it could be an activation of love, of compassion. I'm getting strong Kuan Yin energy coming through here. All right. So we're going to go ahead and put these to the side. All right. So we're going to pull a star seed, because we do have a star seed card here. We're going to pull a star seed message. Yeah, seeing the signs. I'm telling you, on the bottom of the deck. The universe has been gently nudging you forward by revealing to you signs and synchronicities. And I just said that 222, 10, 11, 333. All right. All right. A star message for this crown chakra. No limits, no limitations. You are a celestial being with unlimited potential, and there's such for you to share. Yeah. And that's what you're transcending. You're letting go of that ego who has limited you, who has, I feel like a lot of you have been walking in your shadow side. You've been walking in this period of darkness. You have been in that hermit mode while you're walking this period of darkness. There's things that are like you're finding all the lights, all the missing pieces of the puzzle in your life, and it's being illuminated because the hermit carries that lamp, right? That lamp illuminates things. So through walking through that period of darkness, you have found a lot of little pieces of light, and you've picked up pieces of light and you've put it back together within you. And this is what I mean by facing that shadow. And every piece of that light was another breakthrough, and that has limited you, like when it has limited you to love, when it has limited you to your abundance, when it has limited you to, you know, family limits or whatever in your root chakra, because your root chakra talks about family, it's about money, it talks about health wise, right? On the bottom of the deck, patience. Be patient and allow your destiny to unfold at its own pace. So again, something that is destined, something that is destined, that is part of your purpose, that is helping you to see beyond what has limited you before. All right. So what are the crows warning the collective about? What are the crows warning the collective about? So yeah, I feel like definitely going through an ego death here, because sometimes it's like if I only had a brain, right? If I could only think properly. With a scarecrow energy. So it's like it's like you're transcending the ego that has limited you, that has instilled fear within you, that has kept you in the darkness, that has blocked you from taking your next step, that has blocked your consciousness, even your subconscious. All right. So, what are the crows warning the collective about today, May 6th? Okay. So, another thing, it just popped in my head. 5 plus 6 is 11. You get the year of the magician with the 1, 1, 1, 1, which adds up to the 3. 48. 1, 2, 3. Right? To a 3. Trusting that you're protected, trusting that you're being divinely guided, and absolutely connected with the 8 there, that you are a manifester. Your mind is a magical manifester. You're in your divine feminine. You attract things to you. You don't chase, you attract. And you allow things to happen at its own pace, right? Like I said, you don't chase, you attract. All right, so what do the crows want to warn the collective about today? So there's being something exposed, a predator. See how that hawk is coming in on that baby crow? So yeah, the baby crow caw, and calls in its family members to chase the predator away. It talks about the predator on a raccoon. Yes, somebody wanting to overstep your boundaries. Um, yeah, somebody definitely wanting to step on your toes or overstep your boundaries, right? Somebody wanting to take the risk. Okay, so alone and unprotected, and that's what they're warning you about, right? You're not alone, you're not unprotected, but you had somebody who just like they really wanted to overstep here. They really wanted to step on somebody's toes and make them feel as though they were unprotected. Yeah, that's what they feel. Trying to limit you, bringing out your shadow side, bringing out that fear, that paranoia. All right, so the fledgling is vulnerable to attack. Exposed may indicate being thrust into the spotlight and not in a good way. As a result, you may feel helpless and fear possible criticism. That's why I'm seeing the dark divine feminine here, because that's shadow side, that fear, that ego. As a result, okay, exposed may also point to an open and free opportunity for the taking, as there will not be much in the way of oppositions. And I feel like that's what's happening here. You got an opportunity coming through here, a download coming through here, an idea coming through here, that you are meant to. One of the things that a download is coming through is letting you know that you have high spiritual authority, that you are a star seed, that you are a celestial body, and you've definitely had people who see the flock or the murder of crows around, are people who were coming in and attacking you because they wanted you to feel as though you were unprotected, that you were their prey, right? They wanted you in the shadow side because they were literally trying to block your destiny. They were trying to block you from accessing that higher crown, the higher crown, your soul chakra. So the crows are warning you. Listen, you are not unprotected. You absolutely are a celestial being. That you absolutely have divine protection around you. This is just somebody who wanted to do magic on you. They wanted to play with your mind. They wanted to limit you from, opening yourself up to caring, compassion, opening yourself up to sharing whatever this you're meant to share with the world, because they were trying to block you. This is giving me somebody who is in their demonic side. Yeah, they were playing on you. They were playing on your emotions. They were creating emotional storms around you. They wanted you in this mind fog, right? So, yeah, that's what I feel. And I feel like that's why you're being asked to see beyond that limit, see beyond their attack, see beyond it, because they know who you are, right? See the star on her head? They know that you're able to see something. So you're being asked to breathe it out, stay at peace, ground your energy. It's very important. Like I said, Pluto is an Aquarius. There's a lot of stars around you. This could be talking about the community, or your social circle, or your neighbors. Even it. You take the messages as they resonate with you. All right. So let's go ahead and clarify this crown chakra energy for the collective. Crown chakra energy for the collective. The Three of Coins. So yeah, definitely somebody that you didn't. I feel like it's somebody that you don't want to collaborate with, or this could be talking about the internet. It could be talking about um, yeah, okay. So the Hierophant, there you go. So you do have a high spiritual ranking. And what is in 5 degrees of Taurus? We went over that yesterday. Pluto is in 5 degrees Aquarius. So they could be doing it because they know the eight energy. And I feel like that's what they were trying to block. They were trying to block this collaboration for you. They were trying to make you feel powerless. They were trying to um, you know, I feel like this was somebody who was siphoning your solar plexus energy, because this person seen you as somebody who did have high spiritual ranking, and they were upset because you did not want to work with them, for somebody out there. So what did they do? They played on your solar plexus, making you feel powerless, making you feel like you don't have the strength, making you feel like you don't have the courage. This is somebody who was siphoning your solar plexus energy, siphoning your power, even through magic, trying to limit you, trying to um, that will affect your free will. Hierophant in magic, it could have been a church group, it could have been a coven, right? You could see this man is looking back at this feminine, and she got that one in her hand. That one represents fire energy. And it's the third eye chakra coming through you. So you definitely had somebody who could have been watching you. Queen of Coins. This is somebody who's greedy. Somebody who's very, very greedy. Look, the Strength card. There it is. So the Strength card in reverse. This person was, yeah, they wanted you to lethargic. They wanted you to not trust your intuition. They wanted you. Um, we have 8 coming through. 888 is significant, or 88 is significant. Um, the Strength card in reverse is about somebody who. Um, I'm telling you, this person is very angry and greedy, and a manipulator, right? Taurus rules our possessions, our values, a daily routine, right? It rules your finances, your environment. So the environment around you, the community around you. This could be talking about a society, a coven, your neighbors, the community, church community, a cult or coven of community. The Strength card is in the sacral chakra, so they were really working on your intuition. What they were trying to do was trying to siphon your out of your sacral chakra, so that they could limit you from creating something, limit your doubts. They wanted you in your shadow side. Some of you could have literally seen a shadow as well. Maybe you're seeing it out of your peripheral vision. See how her head is illuminated? They wanted you out of balance with your masculine and feminine energy. This person is greedy, self-centered, do anything for a coin, including magic, and it's being exposed. They wanted you exposed, or they are being exposed for their greedy tactics. It's like they were trying to trigger you to get you to lose control. Because the strength card in reverse talks about somebody very angry, talks about somebody who lacks strength, somebody who lacks courage, somebody who limits that. It's like they're always in this lack, fear. This person has been fear mongering, all because somebody did not want to work with them. And I feel like they could be doing magic to try to keep two people apart from collaborating. This person is constantly watching somebody exposed. Okay, Three of Wands. So they're definitely waiting for some sort of an opportunity here. The Two of Wands, this is a couple of people who have made this decision to work together. The Seven of Coins and the Sun. So you have crown chakra energy coming through again with the Seven of Coins. So that's like the Christ consciousness. The Seven of Coins in reverse talks about so in the upright position talks about somebody who invests a lot of time and energy. I feel like this person invested money. They invested money. Um, the Sun card is in Taurus. The Sun is in Taurus. So we have a lot of third eye coming through. We have sacral chakra coming through and solar plexus chakra coming through. This could have been a business partner for some of you. Two of Wands is two people who have the same vision, a business partnership. Let's clarify the Seven of Coins in reverse, please, and thank you. A tower moment. So I feel like they're waiting for this magic to hit, is what I feel. I feel like they're waiting for this magic to hit because they're messing with the pentacles here. They're doing root work on somebody. I feel like this was an intention. 777. So the Tower card reverses somebody who, especially in the solar plexus energy, is they could have said something, like it said, did some sort of magic. See, right there, using fire to mess with somebody's crown chakra. I feel like they're waiting for the right moment to move forward with some sort of a plan. I feel like they made some sort of a decision already. I feel like they planned the next steps. They made a decision to plan their next steps, and I feel like they're just waiting for the right time to execute this plan. Nine of Wands. Yeah, the Nine of Wands talks about that wounded warrior. This is somebody who's been playing on somebody's vulnerability. Somebody who come in and learned all somebody's vulnerabilities and turn around and use them against them. But the thing is, with the Nine of Wands in reverse, this is somebody who has healed those wounds. Somebody who's went through that fire. Somebody who's purified all those wounds. Right? They've been through the fire. See all the wands behind her. She's got that one wand who it's on fire, right? We've seen that. Where was that at? Where the wand was on fire? In here. I don't know. This right here. all-seeing eye. So this person has been watching somebody, and they have either been doing evil eye spells, or I've been watching them through tarot, watching me right now online, maybe working with other people behind the scenes. Yeah, Knight of Wands and the Two of Coins. So something is out of balance. Look, see, they've been working with other people, pointing the fingers, right? Pointing the fingers. Doing a lot of gossiping, spreading a lot of rumors, right? Trying to ruin somebody's reputation. Trying to throw them out of balance. See the mirror in the background? But this is being, somebody is, yeah, I'm telling you, something is being mirrored back to somebody. 222. Knight of Wands. Somebody, this is a throat chakra, communication, right? They didn't want this person to have this download. But whoever they sent it towards, right? Look at that suit of armor. They don't realize that this person is protected. They have high spiritual ranking. So the Tower, it could be mirroring back to them, the Tower, Five of Coins. Yeah, because they wanted somebody to sit in this abandonment issue, feeling rejected, feeling abandoned, feeling left out in the cold. Somebody could have been sending somebody subliminal messages using magic. Again, overstepping their boundaries, stepping on people's toes. Five could be significant. May 23rd could be significant. This is somebody who, it's like they did it for the money. That's what they're so damn greedy. Clarify the Queen of Coins in reverse. Somebody is so greedy. Look, I'm telling you, the coins in the upright position. There is a mastermind behind the situation. Right? It's a couple. A mastermind behind the situation. A puppeteer. Who likes to play mind games. And that they're hiding, working together. And that's about to get exposed. Working together with other people. I feel like somebody was throwing a rock's hiding a hand. Trying to perhaps control something. Control a collaboration that's meant to come in for somebody. Yep. But somebody protected their head. Somebody is no longer in this mental conflict. Somebody is no longer worried or in this anxiety, right? Why? Because they transmuted it, right? They laid it to rest with the Four of Swords. Somebody could also not be feeling well. Create a lot of drama, like I said, pointing a lot of fingers. The King of Wands to me often could be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but to me sometimes it represents, because Wands is energy, or energy, intention, and action. So to me, it can be a spirit guide who is watching over. For others, it could be the person who is the manipulator. We have three people on this card, on the table here. Two males and a female in a coven or some sort of a structure, some sort of a society. And the King of Coins could be the leader, who is, like I said, the puppeteer, working with another person to try to block something because they're greedy, that they want it for themselves. Clarify the Tower card in reverse with the King of Pentacles in reverse. Yes, Seven of Swords. Somebody who's sneaky, shady, lying. See the Five of Swords with the moon in the background? We just had the full moon in Scorpio. This is the seventh chakra. Playing a lot of mind games. Sneaking around behind somebody's back, being shady, grouping up with other people to point fingers, trying to manipulate a community or a society of people around a particular person by spreading a lot of lies and a lot of gossip, pointing a lot of fingers, verbally manipulating people, trying to verbally attack other people, right? There's the 777. Because 16 adds up to a 7. 777. So if you're seeing 777, this message is for you. If you're seeing 88, this message is for you. But I feel like I'm talking to my high vibing collective here, right? You have faced them shadows with that Nine of Swords. You have faced them shadows. This is somebody who was coming into your dreams, attacking you. But it's like you've protected yourself, right? You put on that suit of armor and you protected yourself from these intrusive thoughts. You've protected yourself from, you're no longer in this anxiety. You're no longer this worry. You found peace, right? You're learning to trust your intuition. You're learning to track, not chase. Anything else before we go, Spirit? Is there anything else that you would like the collective to know? Five of Wands and the Emperor. So somebody is definitely looking for a fight, right? We have the Aries energy coming through now. Somebody is definitely looking for a fight. The Five of Wands talks about somebody is looking for a fight, trying to trigger somebody. And then they're just looking to trigger somebody, right? Look at this. See how you get this masculine looking back this feminine? You got this masculine who's not even paying to that feminine. But there, you can see that there's a masculine and feminine on each one of those cards. So a final message is to not allow this mess, this drama to control your life. It's staying at peace, right? With the 5 and a 4, 9, being in that hermit mode. This is like lessons that you've already learned, right? You've already learned these lessons. And you're no longer allowing the drama to control you. This is somebody who is in a divine masculine power, right? That Aries energy, healing those wounds. This also could be a father figure. So a father figure could be getting exposed because we do have the fledgling. A father figure could be getting exposed for overstepping boundaries. Could also be talking about a father figure who is behind the scenes controlling the drama, or a father figure who is behind the scenes manipulating the drama, but not, it's like that puppeteer energy coming through here. What did I say? Hermit mode. How she's in that red. She's grounded, right? Earth energy. She is in that darkness. Look at all them stars. She's walking in that darkness. And through that darkness, she's finding all the missing parts of herself. See all the stars? Finding all the missing parts of herself. This person's been through the darkness. They've been through that dark night of the soul. This also could be a Virgo who's involved in this, right? But I feel like for you, collective, I feel like you did a lot of healing. You've did a lot of healing going through this dark night of the soul. Through this dark night of the soul, you have learned to become more emotionally stable. You have learned to trust in the divine, right? You've learned to trust. Because why? Because you're seeing it now. You're seeing it clearly. You're identifying with who you are, right? You're seeing it clearly what needed to end. You are seeing clearly what the whole issue was. You were seeing clearly that you went through everything, all these hard lessons, all of this hard battle that you've been through in this dark night of the soul to open up your heart, to learn to trust the divine. What has limited you is no longer limiting you because the light is shining who you are. Emperor, you're identifying with who you are. And people are becoming aware of who you are. And it's creating, you got a society of people, a group of people um, around you who they're upset. So there could be a fight amongst people here happening because Aries energy talks about identifying with you, with who you are, a sovereign being, right? A sovereign being who has a very high calling, who has a high spiritual ranking. And that is what I feel somebody is doing. They're identifying, right? That they have that high spiritual ranking. They're identifying and they're very aware of people's attitudes around them and how they're upset. And that's because the puppet master was being very sneaky, very shady. And that was the plan behind the scenes. And it's being exposed, right? It's being exposed. They're manipulative because they got left out in the cold. Somebody no longer wants to work with them. 5 and a 3, another 8. And now somebody's new beginning is here. Root chakra energy. Remember, you're grounding your energy, doing breathing work. You're trusting in the divine. 7, right? Christ, just you are here, collective, to the raise the vibration of humanity into Christ consciousness. 0 degrees. What was in 0 degrees? I don't remember. Something in Gemini. Was it Uranus or something like that? I don't know where that card went. Well, 8 of Wands. So what you did was you blocked that communication. You blocked. Somebody's blocked here. I don't know where that card went. It literally flew away. Oh, there it is. 3 of Swords. 3 of Swords. You've healed the heartache. You've healed the despair. You took your power back from a situation, right? You took your power back from the situation. This is 11 energy. 5, 6. You took your power back from the situation. You're no longer in the despair. You're no longer responding from. You're no longer responding to these people's antics, right? You're no longer responding. Something is definitely blocked. You could have this person blocked. This is you definitely took your power back. And that's all the person wanted to do. They were a decoy. They were set in as a decoy by somebody who was the head of the society because they were greedy and they wanted somebody's abundance. But what they don't realize is that they come up against somebody who has high spiritual ranking. And yeah, and they were trying to make them feel abandoned, make them feel exposed, make them vulnerable. Somebody took advantage of somebody's vulnerability here. Somebody took advantage of somebody's vulnerability. They only come in to learn their vulnerabilities so they could turn around and stab them in the back, go and spread gossip amongst the community of people to get all these people to come up against a sovereign being by pointing fingers, by trying to ruin their reputation, by spying, lying, and gossiping. See that moon in the background? The full moon in Scorpio. 711 could be significant. 411 could be significant. If you're seeing 411, that tells you that you are getting a download. The divine is bringing you a message today. All right, let's take a look at the bottom of the deck. Yeah. So this talks about somebody trying to destiny swap. This talks about somebody trying to block your forward movement. Somebody trying to again steal your identity. Somebody who um, wanted you to experience bad luck, right? Always wanted you to stay on the bottom of the wheel. They did some sort of a ritual to do this. High priestess. So, yeah, the high priestess talks about that hidden enemy, right? That hidden enemy who abused their power. This is at 12, right? The hidden enemy who used magic. See all the magic? Used everything that they could. So somebody could be experiencing some bad luck here, that this person could have tried to block somebody's destiny. Yeah, they want them to have a new beginning, right? But what? Um, this person lacks empathy. This person is somebody who's very promiscuous. They could have did sex magic. This person is somebody who they were trying to block somebody's clarity. They were trying to keep this feminine in her shadow side by making her heart closed off, lacking compassion. Yeah. Wanted her to have these rose colored glasses on. Yep, by backstabbing, betraying, right? By trying to cause a lot of pain and suffering, right? Cause a lot of pain and suffering, possibly through lineages. I feel like whoever I'm talking to, you are breaking generational curses. So let's go ahead and pull another chakra card because I could get lost in the sauce here. I got some other things going on behind the scenes I need to take care of after I get done with this reading. All right, so chakras. Yeah, so sacral chakra, carnelian, letting go. Letting go is not giving up. Sometimes it's the first step towards success. And I feel like that's what you're doing. You're letting go of that limited mindset. And you're getting this sudden burst of an aha moment is telling you to be patient, like you're trusting the process. All things work best in conjunction with all things. So there could be some conjunct planets that are working together here. Chakra balance, equilibrium, clear quartz, amethyst, lapis lazuli, jade, citrine, carnelian, and smoky quartz. So yeah, you may need to gather up them crystals. This is a piece of citrine. This is a piece of amethyst. Um, I don't have lapis lazuli here. I don't have it out anyways. This is smoky quartz. Um, oh, here's a piece of clear quartz. I don't have my carnelian out either. And it's root chakra, turquoise, truth. Speak from your heart. It's the only thing worth listening to. Turquoise. So they were trying to limit your throat chakra because they did somebody's voice, somebody's spiritual authority is their voice. And when somebody communicates, it's powerful. This is somebody who is, again, meant to guide the humanity into Christ consciousness by using their voice. It's like turning all that pain and that suffering from them 10 of swords into power by guiding other people through how to do the same by what? Not caring what other people think, by not being somebody else's doormat, by stop people pleasing, raising your vibration and realizing you're worth more than being in a third party situation. You're nobody's dog, right? You don't need a master. The only master you need is to master your boundaries, master not allowing people to walk all over you, master being patient, master being in that strength, right? Having the courage and the strength to let go of people, places, and situations that are trying to block your success. Learning to trust your intuition. So your sacral chakra and your throat chakra are, they're important here, whoever I'm talking to. Your sacral chakra and your throat chakra are very, very important here. You need to bring in that state of balance between your masculine and feminine energy. Trust your gut, trust your intuition. Take your power back from people who tried to limit you, who tried to lower your vibration, people who only come in to step on your toes and try to steal what is yours, try to block your destiny, try to keep you in this tower after tower after tower, right? This is somebody who refuses to change, right? They refuse to change. They're always stuck in this deceptive energy because they're greedy, always in that lack mentality, always needing something, need money for this, need money for that, right? So I'm going to do anything that I can to get the money that I need, right? Yeah. Third eye chakra, fluorite, destiny. Follow your instincts. They're leading you to the what? To the truth. Whoever I'm talking to, you're very psychic. You're very intuitive. You're very empathic. And you're going through this rebirth where you're not allowing people to limit you. People, places, and situations to limit you anymore. Somebody is stepping into their destiny. So you're being asked to ground your energy, connect to the heart of the earth. And I feel like that's what you're meant to do as well. When you get these downloads coming through, you're meant to ground them into Mother Earth to help usher not only humanity, but Mother Earth into the 5D. That's why you have such a high calling here. That's why you have high spiritual ranking. And you have these group of narcissists who think that they can walk all over you, right? They think that you are the dog, you are their welcome mat, and that they have the power and authority to walk all over you, to play God in your life. They wanted you to feel alienated. And that's what spread all these rumors. That's why they collected a group of people to point fingers, to spread rumors, lies. It only takes out one little seed that spreads like magic, like a burst of magic through the collective. They wanted you to stay blocked in your space from receiving your destiny, receiving what was meant for you. Because obviously, you see, this feminine has all the tools within her. But they wanted somebody to wear them rose-colored glasses and not see they already have everything they need. Right? High priestess. This is somebody who is very powerful. Somebody who has very powerful words. Somebody who has very powerful magic. Their words are magical. Right? See her sitting on her throne. 4 candles behind her. So the power of 4, 24 could be significant. And this high priestess was a hidden enemy trying to block somebody's money, block their new beginning, stealing their money, trying to destiny swap because they're so damn greedy that they'd rather ruin somebody's reputation than do the damn work. This is somebody who operates out of their shadow side. And they could have even group work with their family members, work with somebody else's family members. Yeah, they wanted to cut people off from finding their soul family, right? That's ridiculous. People are so petty, they never grow up. So, divine temple crystal. I am deeply connected to an expression of the divine source of the universe. So, yeah, again, somebody who has high spiritual ranking, who has been evil eye, keeping an eye on somebody, perhaps on the internet, behind the scenes, working with other people. Or permit success. I am successful in all that I do. So, whoever I'm talking to, rose quartz self love. I approve of myself and love myself deeply and completely. And this is a piece of rose quartz, tumbled, of course. This is pistachio uh, quartz or pistachio egg. I don't know. Pistachio something, but it's also good for the heart space. For those of you, this is good for the root chakra. This is a palm crystal. It's red something or other. I can't remember the name of it, but yeah. But rose quartz. It'll help you to love yourself. It'll help you break out of this limitation by letting go of emotions that have been limiting you, that have been blocking you. Somebody could have even did throat chakra work, right? Created a lot of drama to trigger somebody. This is somebody, you know what I'm getting? This is somebody who creates drama so that they could siphon the power. It's like that achrome when they torture the ones, and then vampire, so to speak. I'm trying to do this without getting in trouble on YouTube because they censor everything. I'm sure following his channel, you know a little bit about how they spice the little ones, and before they do that, they torture them so that they could, put the achrome in that chalice and drink it. It's like a high. That's the same thing with this, but they're not using the B word. They're using the energy. This is somebody who's energy vampire. They like to siphon when the energies get high with drama and conflict and all that crap. They love it. It's like they're a vampire for it, and they suck energy in, right? They suck it in right there. It gives their inner demons power. hmm Gives them power. They get high off of it. All right, that's what I got for you guys. Remember, like I said, Pluto is an Aquarius. It's retrograde. Before we go, we can actually look that up, and it'll be a final message for the collective. Okay, I'll answer her in a minute. I got a message I need to answer, but I'll answer her in a second. All right, so, um, okay. We already know Pluto's in Aquarius, so let's do this instead. Okay, Pluto turns retrograde on May 6, 2026 at 5 degrees of Aquarius, and will continue this backward motion until October 16th, 2026. So 10, 16, 7, right? When it stations direct at 3 degrees of Aquarius, this annual 5-month period is characterized by deep internal transformation, triggering a rise as your inner phoenix effect. Internal transformation, focus shifts from external chaos to internal change, asking you to face your hidden emotional truths. Hidden emotional truths. Issues regarding control, and that's what the Emperor does. Where is he at? Floating in here. Emperor, control. Trust and personal power in relationships and career will resurface to be reassessed. Since the retrograde occurs in Aquarius, the transformation is focused on individuality, social roles, Aquarius, and how you align with the collective, your attitude, your appearance, your first impressions. It is a time for emotional detoxing, uncovering hidden fears that have limited you, and reevaluating long-term goals. May 6, Pluto stations retrograde at 5 degrees Aquarius. July 20th, Jupiter in Leo opposes Pluto, triggering a reckoning between collective ideals and personal power structures. July 26th, North Node in Aquarius conjuncts Pluto. What did I say about conjunct? Didn't I say that in here? I don't know where it's at now. I know I said something about conjuncts. Initiating a karmic threshold for healing and clearing past life constructs. Um, so that's why we're still in that hermit mode, because we're still learning a lot of lessons. We're still finding all the broken pieces of ourselves. We're still facing them shadows, still facing them fear. On September 15th, Venus in Scorpio squares Pluto, surfacing long-standing relationships confrontations. October 3rd, Mars in Leo. Mars is a planet of aggression or passion, depending on which energy you're in, clashes with Pluto, highlighting potential power struggles or manipulation. October 15th through 16th, Pluto stations direct at 3 degrees Aquarius. The signs most affected that will feel this shift most intensely, of course, is Aquarius or Aquarius rising. Feeling a profound need to change your identity and personal trajectory. Leo or Leo rising, reviewing personal power in partnerships. Taurus and Scorpio, dealing with career changes and inner power. This period acts as a slow burn of transformation, often feeling most intense during the initial days of the retrograde in May. So it's like kicking it off, so to speak. And then through the summer into the fall, it's like this is like very slow energy. That's why I got that hermit card. It's very slow energy. So hang tight, guys, because things are about to move forward. Um, right now, the North Node is in Pisces, but it really is about to go It's about to go back into Aquarius, which is going to conjunct with a Pluto. All right. So for those of you who have North Node in Aquarius, or Aquarius rising, you're going to be heavily affected in this. Okay. So there you go. That's a little bit about the retrograde that it's occurring today. 111 is significant, which adds up to a 3, right? So this message was meant to come out to you today, guys. All right. So what did I say about conjunct? I did say so. Oh, right here it is. Look. All things work best in conjunction with all things. So that conjunct that is happening is going to be very significant. All right. for watching, guys. Thank you for all the thumbs up. I'm greatly appreciative of you. Hang tight because things are about to get serious. I love you guys. I'll talk to you later.